2016 BMW X5 M Sport with the V8 twin turbo. I'm working on changing out my transfer case fluid. So what I did initially to crack that loose was used a flat ratchet wrench, and I bought a 14mm socket at AutoZone and put the socket in my vise, and then just took a flathead screwdriver inside the socket and smacked it with my hammer and knocked out that hex bit. And the hex bit was easily able to be put up in there with the ratchet on it. I had to use a breaker bar to break it loose. I don't know, given the size of, let's see, there's a 6-inch extension, so that's how big the breaker bar is, or that's a 4-inch extension, so that's how big the breaker bar is. And then I actually have a 14mm one-piece hex socket. I don't know if you can see where it flares back out, but I reached my hand in from this side and stuck it in, and I'm hand backing it out now, so when it starts dripping fluid, I'll be in control and be able to catch it and won't go all over the place because I won't be stuck with this ratchet thing in the middle. And give me just a sec and I will show you the tools. Alright, so as you can see now, I've got it backed out all the way. Nothing's dripping out. That was the other piece that I stuck in from the backside right here, and then I just reached my hand up in there and used it to back it out by hand. So if it were to start dripping fluid, I could get the pan in the way of where it was leaking. Just so you can see how I've got this set up. The car is pretty much level, so it's going to require pumping out. Now, when I did my rear differential fluid, I wasn't going to buy the $30 adapter that they were selling on FCP Euro. So let me find my little invention that I have. For $14, I went down to a store called North 40. There's my dog laying on it. Cooper, you laying on my tool? So the way I have it set up on this side was the same on this side, except when I pulled it out of my attic, this connecting piece right here had snapped. So I had to hokey poke this splitter into it and jerry rig this guy into it, but it'll work. And additionally, what I've done is I've got a piece of number 12 copper wire wrap around the hose all the way down, so I can angle it to whatever I need to. And then if I get to where I don't feel like it's getting and sucking straight all the way from the bottom, I can cut the end of this at an angle so it'll pick up better, the same way I had done this side previously for doing the rear axle. But this thing works fantastic. They said to expect to pull 600 or 650 milliliters of fluid out of the rear axle, and I pulled about 900. So after about a minute, you can see there's still some in the lines, but that's the recovery that I got out of it. Well, that's more about a minute and a half of just going straight full bore. And then I also bought one of these, so I'm just gonna stick it in there and see if I can't get any more with it, but I'm pretty sure I've gotten more than this thing would have ever gotten in the first place, and I highly recommend building something like it. It cost me $14 in parts to put it together from like a North 40 or any kind of I don't know, farmyard hardware kind of store, or you could buy all the parts at Home Depot or Lowe's probably, or Ace Hardware. So highly recommend it. Just the drill pump part was $9, and then a couple dollars in tubing and clamps and adapters, and that was it.